What is going on, everyone? Stevo Supremo back again with finally another video, and today it's going to be an awesome one. We got to do our first yard sale hunts of the year. We finally had good weather here, and it stays cold all the time where I live now, and I'm just aching for the day where it starts warming up, and it finally happened. And needless to say, the weather was awesome and there were yard sales galore all over the place. So we went out and we tried to tackle them. Let me show you what we got. All right, guys, I don't want to make the video drag out too long till we get to the big surprise and the big score, which you probably already seen the thumbnail to tell the story about. But needless to say, I went out with $120 to spend. You know, I don't have my bank from Virginia does not exist here. So for me to get cash, I have to go to Walmart and buy an item to get cash back. It's a pain in the butt, so we don't keep a lot of cash around the house. So I took $120 with me, thinking I wasn't gonna spend hardly any of it, because last year was just horrible going to yard sales. Just no one ever had anything. But today, we scored big time. And it was also a good learning experience just to get the feel and the vibe of how just this yard sale game is working these days. And just to let you guys know, going to all these yard sales, I think I went to about 10 this morning before I ran out of money at the last sale. And there were no games ever laid out on any tables. No one had any games laid out, but I would always ask. And when I would ask, the most common answer was gonna be, no, we don't have any games. And then they would follow it up by saying, well, what kind of games are you interested in? I just tell them everything, I collect everything. And so they'd say, well, we got some of this stuff we can go grab if you want to look at it, or we have this stuff but it's not here and my sons have it if you want to wait and come back. I get that answer. 50% of them would say, no, we don't have it. About 30% of the people were saying, we have them but we want to sell them online. So a lot of people are like, yeah, we have games, but we don't want to bring them out. We're going to list it online for sale. They're not bringing it out to the table. And then the other small percentage actually would say, yeah, we got them. I'll go get it and you can take a look at it. And that's how I got what I got. Two big things I walked away with today. And this isn't the only stuff I saw. Other people, my very first garage sale, she brought out she said she had an old PlayStation 2 with games, with a bunch of games. So I got excited. But instead she brought out a PlayStation 3 with a bunch of PS3 games, and it was all the common stuff you'd see everywhere with your Call of Duties, a bunch of sports games. And she did have a wrestling game that I wanted because I love playing wrestling games, but she wouldn't sell it separate to me and she just wanted too much for her. She brought out a console and all the games. Like I said, I only had 120 bucks. I would have really liked the console to have a backup PlayStation 3 because it was a slim model. I only have a fat one that might overheat one day, but she just wanted too much, so I couldn't get it, which was a good thing because then I would have ran out of money on the first sale and I didn't want to do that. So we continued on, and finally our first purchase that we actually got to get something at, it was about 6 garage sales later, was a Nintendo Wii. And it was a complete console with all the hookups. I mean, I won't drag everything up here, but of course the nunchucks, a controller, the Wii sensor bar and stuff, and 2 games. Disney Princess My Fairy Tale Adventures, which was complete in box, and Angry Birds Trilogy. So got all that for 20 bucks. My kids love Angry Birds and my daughters might like this game, so we'll see. But the reason why I actually purchased that for the 20 bucks was because the lady said she had a bunch more Wii games at her house. She was just at her mom's house doing a garage sale, so I left my contact information with her and said, hey, let me know. I'll come down and check them out anytime you want me to. Just let me know. So she's got my contact information, and 20 bucks to get this stuff and the contact with the person to possibly get more later on today or down the road, I'll take that. Then to the Big Daddy. Went to about 4 more garage sales, and this was the last one I was able to go to because of the money. And it was one I wasn't even gonna stop at, guys. I was not gonna stop. I'm on one side of the road driving one direction. It's on the other side. There's a median in the way. I glanced over and it looked like it had 2 little tables set up with hardly anything on it. And I was like, you know what? I'll just turn around. I got nothing else to do. So I'll turn around and check it out. Finally found a spot to loop around the median, turned and went back. I'm walking up. She's like, hey, how you doing? Really nice family, cute little son out there with her too. And asked if I was looking for anything in particular. I said I was looking for video games. All right, buddy, have fun. All right, sorry about that. My son's going to a birthday party and had to let me know he was leaving anyways. So she asked if there was anything I was looking for. I said, actually, I'm looking for video games. I'm a collector, like I collect anything. And sometimes they don't believe me, like I actually have pictures and stuff, like, yeah, see, like, check it out. I like collecting all this stuff. And but she was like, video games, you should have been here last fall. I had a bunch of Xbox stuff I could have sold to you. And I was like, well, that's just my luck. I never get I'm always just missing out on anything. But then she said, we do have an old Nintendo system. I just have to make sure my husband wants to sell it first. And I am not kidding. I put my hand on a Bible. Everyone knows I'm a Christian, so I mean this. As soon as she said that, she gets a call, like alert through her Apple Watch. It was her husband calling her, telling her to sell the old Nintendo console. That blew my mind. Like, she just said, I have to ask my husband, and it called. It was like, boom, when she was done speaking, he called and said, sell the old Nintendo console. So she's like, wow, that's incredible. I'll go get it for you, go try to find it. She goes in and comes back out empty-handed. And she's like, I gotta call my husband because I can't find it. And at this time, I'm like, oh man, I finally might get a good deal on something and they can't find it. So I'm thinking there's gonna be an old Nintendo Entertainment System or Super Nintendo. And I didn't even think they had games with it. So I get excited to see the stuff. Even if I'm not gonna be able to get it, it's fun to see it. But she brings out a GameCube with some games. And to my surprise, it was a great little GameCube bundle. And I'll cut to the video in my car, showing you guys my immediate reaction right afterwards, and we'll come back to here. Holy crap, guys, I'm like freaking out right now because this never happens for me. Anyways, first garage sale of the season, first time going out this year of the season. I've been garage sailing all morning this morning, trying to find some video games, hunting around in the new area we moved to last year. Last year was horrible, could never find anything. This year, I've been out since 7 o'clock and it's 9:12 now, and it's been a beautiful day, and there's been a bunch of yard sales. And I actually bought myself a Wii system with a couple of games at one, but we just scored a mother load at a sale here, and this never happens, guys, so I had to show it real quick before I start driving anymore. All right, I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you what we got at the most recent sale. We scored us a GameCube, but not just a GameCube. As you can see, it's got the controllers and everything in it, and a Xbox One game, but the games is what's awesome here. Medal of Honor, some more Medal of Honor. Big Medal of Honor fan we have here. TAC, one of the big hitters, Zelda Wind Waker Complete, but more importantly, Billy Hatcher, cart only, awesome score there. Mario Party 4, disc only, but guys, the biggest score of the day, Gotcha Force, disc only. I could not believe that these heavy hitters were sitting in a box with a Medal of Honor. I can't believe it. This never happened, so I'm so blessed because I got rid of my Gotcha Force a couple of years ago as a trade-in, and then it's one of those things like you regret because I only had a disc only, but I got it back, baby. I got it back. So I'm gonna do a video recapping this all when I get back to my house, but I just had to make this quick video to show you guys what's going on. See ya. Just incredible. Incredible. I cannot believe that actually happened. Just sitting in this case, in this broken disc, it's just sitting loose in there. A Gotcha Force out in the wild. That, guys, that does not happen. This does not happen to me. It is very rare for something like this to happen. Not only that, but again, the Gotcha Force a complete Nintendo GameCube system here with 4 controllers, all the connections, memory card. Awesome. And on top of that, I'll show you the rest of the games again. TAC, bunch of Medal of Honor stuff here. Medal of Honor. All glorious GameCube, knowing that I'm trying to get a lot of GameCube stuff. More Medal of Honor. And then a random No Man's Sky. And then some more heavy hitters. Wind Waker complete in box. The Mario Party 4. Disc only. And then of course, try to get it open so you can see it better. Billy Hatcher on the GameCube. Just once again, I was floored. I couldn't believe this actually happened at just this random sale that you just wouldn't think of. That's why it always pays. Everyone always says to ask when you go to these places because you never know what could turn up. Something like that. Now, they were asking $125 for all this, which is more than a great deal for that, for the value of what's in there. I only had $100 cash left on me. So I told her I only have 100. Would you guys take that? And she happily took it. She's like, yeah, we'll take that. That's fine. But after coming home, my conscience just won't let that sit right with me. And speaking with my wife about it and telling her what happened and about the family, we're gonna go back there once I can get more cash out, and I'm gonna give them some more money for this stuff because of the value of it. It's worth way more than $100, and that's what makes this kind of stuff tough for me. My conscience, my heart, and goodwill will not let me just like rip people off like that. So I have to go back and give them more money to make myself feel okay with it. And hopefully they will. If they don't even take it, we're probably just gonna slide it up under the door and be anonymous about it. And yeah, so but for now, that costs $100, but we do plan on giving them more. That's one of those things, man, with there's so many people who go out and do yard sale and pick in and they flip stuff and everything. One of the people I really like the most watching their stuff is Chase After the Right Price, those guys, because I mean they're pretty upfront with like they at least want to try to double up their money with what they're trying to do, but they still try to give decent solid offers at yard sales and stuff. And if I would have had more money there with me on hand, I would have happily gave her even more, but I just didn't. I didn't have any more cash. I don't carry that much cash with me. So so far, like I said, right now that's what we got, but still incredible. An incredible find for $100 for all that stuff. Another gotcha force. If you guys have followed my channel for a while, you know I had a gotcha force many years ago, but I went to Too Many Games up in Pennsylvania, and we went to a game store up there, and man, it's been so long, I forgot the name of the game store, but very popular one out there everyone goes to once you go to Too Many Games. And I only had the disc-only version of Gotcha Force back then, so I ended up trading that into that store for trade credit. And because at that time, I didn't care too much about collecting too much GameCube stuff, and especially if it was only disc-only. But now, so many years later, with how much stuff has jumped up in price, there's no way this one's going anywhere this time. This one is staying in the collection. It ain't going anywhere. So awesome pickup, awesome find. I'm glad I was blessed with the opportunity to do it. And I wish I could have went out and did some more yard sales, but unfortunately, again, I was capped out at that point, and it was still early in the day for sales, but I had no more money, so just came home, talked to my wife about it, and then, yeah, that was it. So hopefully you guys like it. Just goes to show, even in small areas like I'm in now, where you never think you're gonna find anything, it pays to go every once in a while, because you never know. Might find a gotcha force just laying around in the wild. So what a great day. What a great day for the collection. I'm stoked. So thank you guys for tuning in. More videos coming. I'll see you in the